all right. We have arrived. Do us a huge favor. Unmute your mics and let us know who you are and where you're chiming in from.
Lisa from
This is Juanita from calling in from Houston.
Wonderful. Houston, Texas in the house. Who else we have?
Good evening, everybody. This is Laura from New York City.
Hey, Sister Laura.
Doreen from California.
California in the house. Hey, Doreen.
Hello.
Jerry T from Maryland.
Jerry T from Maryland. Go ahead. Go ahead. Who else we got? Y'all come on now.
Lisa from Brooklyn.
Alistair from Brooklyn. Good to hear your voice. Who
Tahira,
else we got out
Georgia.
here? Hi, Hera, Georgia in the house. Don't be shy, folks. Don't be shy.
AJP from California.
HAP from California. You make California sound so inviting.
Eagle One from Chicago.
Eagle One, the one and only. Al Aaron's great to see you, sir.
Fred Moore from Chicago. Good evening.
Good to see you, Brother Fred. Welcome, 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 welcome. Who was that? I heard Samsung talking, but I couldn't make out who you are or where you're chiming in from. All right, folks, we're going to get underway. In case we have not had the opportunity to meet, I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Ture Muhammad. I'm known as the Wealth Minister, and it's for several reasons. Many of you who do know me, you already know I'm rich. Okay. And that's old news by now. But what is happening with this opportunity we're going to bring to you tonight is going to explain to you even more so why it is that we are enjoying a wealth state or wealth being. So you're going to learn about the banker's opportunity. You're going to learn about how we navigate through this space. But I'd be remiss if I didn't offer a note of welcome, if you will, from two very esteemed leaders in this space. One, we have our global director, Mr. Al Aarons, on the platform, as well as our global ambassador, my sponsor into this unique opportunity, Mr. Fred Moore. And I would love very much if Al and Fred would come forward and share a few words.
You first, Fred. Go right ahead.
Oh, I just want to say good evening, everybody, and good to see people who I am familiar with, and even better to see people I haven't seen before. That means that you're guests, and just want to express my gratitude and appreciation to Brother Eric for hosting this incredible piece of information that we have to share. So I'm just going to sit back and strap it in and listen, and hopefully we will be able to provide some information that is life changing to a lot of you. Back to you, Eric.
Thank you.
Well, I just want to say congratulations to everyone who's here. I want to thank Mr. Eric here, one of our top leaders, for hosting and presenting. It's good to see you in that chair again, sir. And to the guests that are here tonight, you are should be, in my opinion, thankful and grateful for the person who invited you, because this program is helping people all over the world. I just had several Zooms today with the CEO and COO getting ready for our launch on December 15th. You're all invited. There's some amazing announcements coming out. But tonight, Zoom is the first step. So, Mr. Eric, thank you so much. Back to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So, folks, just to give you a little idea of what we have, our presentation is really brief. We don't ever intend to be long, but we do intend to be strong, because what we have is proof positive. What we have is something that's so reassuring and working as advertised. It does perform as stated. So you're going to learn about this ultimate sensation known as bankers and what it is that we're doing. And we'll open the platform for any questions that might be had. And if there are any commentaries from our leaders, any testimonies, additional testimonies from our leaders, we will absolutely make it available to you. Now, with that being said, let's move on to um, the fact that we're here every Friday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be here representing this opportunity. And just to tell you a short of what you might want to make yourselves aware of, our card, the banker's card, backed by Visa, powered by Visa, is accepted everywhere Visa is. Up to 50,000 daily uh, 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 daily spending limits are available to you depending on the nature of your card. No KYC required. We take your privacy serious because privacy does matter. Okay. There's zero ATM withdrawal fees on the side of bankers. No point of sale fees from bankers, and optional affiliate program is available. You're gonna learn here that you can earn an income as well as spend your crypto. It's optional. So every Friday and Saturday, you'll find us here offering a presentation. And we have a standard presentation that we do every Tuesday and Thursday, on those days twice a day. Tuesdays at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern time zone, and Thursdays, 2 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time zone. I'm encouraging you all to take a screenshot of this announcement and share it out with everyone you know, like, and love who are looking for ways to move their crypto, looking for ways to convert and spend their crypto as cash, looking for ways to share an opportunity with others in a space that can earn them an income. This will absolutely do it. Okay, so we have Tuesday, we have Thursday, and we now have Friday, and we have Saturday. Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're back on this platform tomorrow 8 p.m. Eastern with this lifestyle upgrade. Now, what is it to have a lifestyle, folks? Simply put, life is what you live, style is how you live it. And many of us are not in charge of the way we live our lives. Oh, many of us operate on remote control, but we never really take charge of how we want to live our lives. Many times it happens in a vacuum. We're just sort of, we're not really living, we're just existing. Okay. But there's a certain level of awareness of what goes on out here in the world, what goes on in society, as well as what's going on inside of us, which is more important. We find a way to get in touch with what really matters, what we want for ourselves. As a result, we come across that lightning in the bottle. Okay, lightning in the bottle, where you have that aha moment and you say, you know what, I want more out of life as opposed to what's dealt to me. I want to do the dealing. I want to make the moves. I want to make the connection. I want to live my goals, my dreams, my ambitions. Right. So those things take hold. All right. When they take hold, what resources do you have by which to make it happen? Because everything requires a resource. This opportunity is very unique in and of itself when we talk about bankers. The banker's card is a debit card. It's a decentralized Visa cryptocurrency debit card. And the operation of it is unique. And we're in a pre-launch phase, as you heard Mr. Aaron say in opening, and we're moving towards a launch December 15th. Now, what does this mean? This means that you are positioning yourselves to gain a greater understanding as well as gain access on the front end of the movement of currency. What excites me so much about this, folks, is that we're in an age where technology and the money that technology is designed to operate with and in, we're right in front of. The industrial age is done. The platform age has emerged. And in these ages, you have to know how to navigate what's available to you, and with cautions and precaution. A decentralized space is a space where privacy absolutely matters. In a decentralized space, there are no in-between people, you and your money. In a decentralized space, it is you being your own CEO, being your own boss, being your own bank, if you will. It is you being operating. I like to say, as my business partner, Sister Tahira, says often, people don't even know you're there unless you come up for air. I think it's a good time and space with all the financial underpinnings that are happening in the world, upending of corporations, structures, uh, um, inflation, debt-ridden societies, jobs closing down, governments closing down. It's an imperative that we have a greater stronghold, a greater foothold, if you will, of our money and how we operate in society. Decentralized means private. Centralized is public. Private banking is the order of the day, and we start simply with a decentralized debit card in Bankers. Now, what Bankers offers, there's a fast onboarding process here because we don't require KYC to join or get started. KYC stands for Know Your Customer or Know Your Client. All right. And this is normally a requirement when you're exchanging cryptocurrency, buying and selling. This is a requirement there. Here, we are just simply utilizing our debit card as an operating payment system. All you need to join Bankers is an email and a username. No KYC means, in this instance, no borders. 100% decentralized means you control your account and your assets. No banks, no central entities, no in-between people. All those three-letter alphabets that we become accustomed to, CEO, COO, CFO, CEO, ABC, you don't have to worry about any of that here because you're the boss of what you govern, what you bring to focus. We have a physical and soon virtual card, both backed by Visa. You'll be able to use it in stores. You're able to use it in ATMs and platforms worldwide with no restrictions. We have an element that we're developing where all the cards will eventually be utilized in ATMs where you can withdraw as cash. We even have systems where you can share, uh, transfer money with other bankers' card holders free of charge. What else do we offer in bankers? We have a top-up ability. You can top up with which you can convert your fiat to crypto. You can directly put it into your app. You'll learn more about the app in a moment. You can top up your card or load your card easily and securely directly from your wallet. It's a global payment system. As a result, you're able to make global payment purchases, international transactions with no hassle, no hidden fees. And you'll really develop a love for bankers because what we are, we're a decentralized digital institution built on over a decade of experience in blockchain technology and solutions focused on decentralization. Our purpose is to transform the way the world interacts with money, combining the power of crypto assets with the ease and security of a modern banking entity. So here you're going to find yourselves in a position to spend the crypto you secure. You may have crypto that you establish from exchanges. You may have crypto you earned from different developments or projects. Well, now with the ability to convert your cryptocurrency, you can literally place it on your decentralized bankers Visa card, allowing you to spend it as cash. Now it's not an exchange, so we're not talking about putting all of your holdings there. You just put on the card what it is you intend to use. Does that make sense? Let's dig a little deeper into the mission and the vision of Bankers. Bankers works to provide an accessible, secure, and decentralized financial solution to millions of people worldwide, making it easy to use, manage, and monetize cryptocurrencies in everyday life. I find what's most refreshing for me with the card is that it stretches my income. I'll use terminology that many of you are familiar with. Many of you have paychecks, right? I'm at a point where I'm psychologically unemployable. I couldn't do it. If someone offered me a job, I'd probably break out in hives, you know? But the fact of the matter is, the majority of us in the world live paycheck to paycheck, and there's no room, no breathing room inside the paycheck to do anything more than what the job was designed for. Why do we have employment? The majority of people say to pay bills, but that's not living life. That's existing in life. And many of us can avoid a whole lot of fumblings if we have more money to work with. At the end of the check, there should be more check left than days. We normally have more days than we have money, leading to the next payout or the next compensation. Understand that in America, where I reside, do you know there's a statistic that says that if a person only had $500 more coming into their household beyond their paycheck, they could avoid the evil act of foreclosure, the evil act of we call him the snatch man here. What do you call when they reimburse repossess rather, when they repossess your property, things that you worked hard for, things that are still owed on. Imagine freeing up your crypto to help you above and beyond your paycheck. You'll find power in that, and we'll share some of that power shortly. The vision of bankers is to become the leading global digital financial entity, integrating technology, simplicity, and innovation into a single platform, driving the mass adoption of crypto assets as a means of payment in the future. In the future, folks. Now, I find great comfort in knowing that this opportunity is working as advertised. And I just want to share some differences when we talk about banking. You know, when you talk about traditional banking versus decentralized digital banking, of which we're approaching. What is traditional banking? Traditional banking is what you've been accustomed to, you know, high fees for transfers and international payments, slow and bureaucratic processes, lack of integration with cryptocurrencies. In fact, geographic restrictions and limited access to services, limited service hours and operational availability. Isn't it interesting? We put our money in a bank, hoping that it develops some level or measure of growth, only to learn that when the bank is closed to us in our time zone, it's open for business in other parts of the world selling what was our money. I want you to think about this. We take our money and put it in their bank. When we put our money in their bank, it becomes their money. And it's our money that they use for collateral to sell into loans, to charge higher interest rates, to sell to countries, to support their financial stabilities and add to their coffers as banking institutions. And rarely does it translate into anything that would truly, effectively, and efficiently benefit the common user. With a decentralized digital banking system that the world is growing towards, you have low and transparent fees powered by blockchain technology. Blockchain technology, folks, is nothing less, nothing more than financial transactions. It's a platform for financial transactions. Blockchain technology has actually evolved from there, and it's really more of the internet of value. We're going to find that everything is on blockchain. And in the very near future, you're going to find less and less use for those things that were ported over from the industrial age of banking. And you're going to see through the platform age more opportunities, more and greater access to the open ledger. Okay. We have an integrative multi-currency wallet in Bankers, meaning you're able to deposit additional currencies on there. Of course, they're all stable coin currencies at the moment. You'll see more on that. and it's all developed in an app-related one app process. Okay, the global accessibility. What does that mean? If you have internet, more than likely you have access. It's available to anyone in the world. All you need is that internet connection. It's intuitive and it's a secure app. It is user friendly with its interface. You're going to see examples of it in a moment. Simple navigation, and of course, the blockchain technology that ensures all of the transparency and the protections. And each and every day, we grow more in the technology where we're able to provide greater access to securing or remaining secure, rather, in the decentralized space. The user has 100% control in this space. You have fiat conversion that automatically takes place in this space where there's less and less for you to do because of the nature and the development of this technology and its card. The deposit to banker's wallet, the user voluntarily transfers their funds to their wallet within the banker's app. Again, we're not in exchange. Wallet is an endearing term because we're accustomed to utilizing the terminology, but we utilize a bridge exchange known as Cryptolat. Cryptolat has the power of taking your cryptocurrency once loaded onto the card to offer it fiat conversion. Fiat conversion means it gives you its equivalent amount in that country or in that state where you reside. So when you load your card, you know exactly what you've loaded because it comes to you in a USDT. That stands for United States Deposit Total. So it's palatable. So you understand it, right? And the usability of funds in local currency, when you're able to withdraw from your card, wherever you are in the world, you'll be withdrawing against the local currency, you know? So it's an amazing tool for a whole lot of reasons. We're going to show you uh, the app itself, but we're going to explain the nature of the two cards. One is currently available, one is sold out, and it'll be back in distribution soon. The metal card is a $75 purchase plus a $10 shipping, and that equals $85 in total. The plastic card, which is out of stock currently, is a $35 purchase with a $10 shipping charge, bringing your total to $45. Now, the power of the card, naturally, there's a maximum daily top off. You can load up to $50,000 on your card daily, plastic or metal. Okay. You have ATM withdrawal opportunities with the metal card, and it's as well as the plastic. The limits to the minimum withdrawals rather are related to the banking institution that ATM is related to. Bankers does not charge fees for withdrawals, and you're going to learn about our amazing fee structure in a moment. But the banking institution that you may look to withdraw your funds from, that institution will charge a fee. Okay. And it depends. You can withdraw in some cases $250 to $500. Sometimes you can go back 2 or 3 times with the same card with that institution, or you can go directly in the bank and withdraw more. Your plastic card carries the same option. The only difference is the spending limit. See, in the plastic card, there's a $2,500 spending limit. And in the daily spending limit, I should say. And with the metal card, you can have unlimited access to spending your funds on a daily basis. We have a rewards program associated with this that's tremendous. And I'm gonna run through this and then show you the examples through one of our apps so you're very clear. And app, folks, when we talk about an app, we're talking about operating from your phone only, iPhone or Android respectively. That's where the bankers decentralization occurs. Now, we have a rewards program. Bankers doesn't just decentralize finance. I love when Mr. Al shares uh, the terminologies here. He says bankers' goal is to democratize the cryptocurrency, democratize the opportunity. Our rewards program is designed to give every user the chance to generate income simply and automatically while promoting the global adoption of our financial solution. So what we're saying here in essence is two ways by which the banker's opportunity can work for you. You can literally take your crypto, convert it to the required cryptocurrency amounts in bankers, type rather in bankers, and spend the crypto as cash. And or you can promote it as a business and as a result earn an income. Now we have some very dynamic numbers here in terms of what we represent in our BRN referral network, bankers referral network. We're swiftly approaching, if we're not already there, 20,000 registrants in just a few months' time. And we're swiftly approaching, if we're not already there, 4,000 cards in circulation from this little finite jewel known as the Bankers Referral Network team. Now, this is not the total, this is not the global team, but we have global impact in well over 100 countries, right? So we have a presence and a power because we're being seen as that solution. Do you know how many people are looking to stretch their paycheck, even right here in the confines of your state or country? You understand when you're able to work in a decentralized space, utilize your crypto like cash, then it brings relief to your paycheck. It brings relief to your supplemental income. It brings relief. And when you seek to grow it as a business, I can assure you there'll be very few things that will get in your way from not recognizing this as a solution. Now, I talked to you about the card. I talked to you about the price of the card. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about its commission structure. If you choose to operate this as a business, I'm going to grab my pointer here. Again, the securing of the plastic card, the total price is $45. That includes the $10 shipping and the $35 actual value for the card. And then we have the metal card. $85 the total price for the purchaser. We're talking about a $10 shipping and a net price of $75 combined. So the metal card in total, $85. The plastic card in total, $45. However, you only earn commission income against the net value of the card. The shipping is not included in that. All right. So now let's look at the three levels of distribution. There's a 10% commission received when the one you sponsor purchases a card. You receive as a sponsor a 10% commission. That's a direct commission based on a direct sponsorship of that person. There's a 15% you earn when that person sponsors a person who purchases a card, meaning that you earn more on your second level than you do on your first. That is what we call a sweet spot in many respects. And then on the next phase of it, the third level, you receive 10%. In addition, your metal card works the same way, 10, 15, and 10. So to give that a little more clarity, let's look at a metal card purchase. Your net costs $75. When your person, the one you sponsored, purchases the card, that's a $7.50 commission that comes to you instantly, instant pay. When that person makes the card available to their person, your 15% is where it kicks in on the level two. You earn $11.25 instantly on the purchase of that card on your second level. And then when that second level person sponsors someone and brings them to the opportunity and they purchase a card, you earn again another $7.50. Three levels of income on that distribution. And then you have the plastic card. The plastic card works on the same percentages. You have a $3.50 return on commission on your first level. Second level, you receive $5.25 because you're receiving 15%. And on your third level, when that second level provides the card for that third level person in your organization, you receive an additional $3.50 in income. That's one part of the structure. The other part of the structure is our rewards program in terms of the top off. This, folks, represents passive residual income. Now, what that actually means is each time a card is reloaded inside your network, inside your organization, Bankers rewards those in the referral network with 1% of total distribution, and it's divvied up between the three levels. See, I talked to you a moment ago about how there are no fees. We don't have a withdrawal fee. We do not have an annual maintenance fee. We don't have a monthly maintenance fee. There are no fees in Bankers with the Bankers card, rather, with the exception of the loading of the card. Any amount you load onto your card, you're charged a 4% fee. What does that mean? That means if you load $100 onto your card, then you're charged $4 for that load. And how this works, when that load occurs, 3% of that 4 remains with the company to keep it sustainable, solvent, allows for them to administer what it is that they do. And 1% of that 4% comes back to the field, you and I. Each time our card is reloaded, Bankers uses that 1% and distributes it between three levels. And again, the second level in this passive residual equates to more than the first and the third levels, just as it did with the commission structure on the card purchase. So think about this now. Level 1, when someone purchases the card, when someone loads their card, you have the crypto there, but now you're loading the card to activate spending power. You have now earned, as a result, 0.285% of that 1%. When that person loads their card, they'll be on your level 2, and you'll find yourself with a 0.43% of that 1% coming to your coffers. And on level 3, you're back to the 0.285% of that 1%. So to give it an example, my sponsor, Fred Moore, was sponsored by Mr. Al Aarons. When Mr. Moore tops off his card or recharges or loads his card, then Mr. Aarons receives 0.285%. I'm sponsored by Mr. Moore. When I load my card, now Mr. Moore receives that 0.285%, but being that I'm on the second level of Mr. Aarons, he receives 0.43% of 1%. I have several on this platform that I have introduced the opportunity to. And when I go to Patty Curry loads her card. Miss Curry has now positioned her card to function for her. And I, in turn, or let me back that up. I'll say it this way. Yes, I'm saying it right. I sponsored Miss Curry. I received 2.85%. Mr. Moore receives 0.43%, and Mr. Arens receives 0.285%. True passive residual income, because this is unlimited space. I would like for Mr. Al, if I saw him pop on the screen, he may have something he wants to say about the total dynamic as I prepare to go to the app itself to give you some insight to it. Mr. Al, is there anything you'd like to share?
Yes, sir, Mr. Eric. Excellent presentation. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, the power of this is incredible. See, I may not know Miss Patty Curry. She may not know me, but I'm getting paid. And so can you. So this very simple but very powerful three-tier matrix. All you need to do is follow the leader here, Mr. Eric. Mr. Eric, how many people now have you brought in on level one?
I believe last count was, I think I want to say 110, 112 people.
Now, everyone pay attention. 110 to 112 people on level one for Mr. Eric. So he gets paid every time they load. They load the card to use the card, ladies and gentlemen. And he's getting 0.285% payout every time that level one 110 people load their card to use their card. Morning, noon, and night, every day, every hour, week to week, month to month. Amazing. And then that level one moves to level two. And Mr. Eric, do you happen to know how many people are on your level two at the moment?
Um,
Or
that's a stretch, close to 200.
about 200. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. And Mr. Eric's getting paid 0.43%, even more on those 200 people that he may or may not know. And I don't even want to ask level three. I just know it's more. It's just more money. More money, everybody, on 300 plus people right here. I know it's close to 700 that Mr. Eric is getting paid every time they load their card to use their card. So back to you, sir. Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Um, Now allow me, dear folks, to share my screen. I'm going to show you one of the accounts and how they function. I'm hoping it comes up shortly.
Yes, we see it.
Thank you. Now, there's a couple of functions I want to show you from this particular um, screen. You have four in particular: send, deposit, my transactions, and load. How you basically get started inside of Bankers, you first have to load your currency in order to load to your card, deposit your currency rather, in order to load your card. So let's go to deposit and let's take a look at what that looks like. So in the deposit section, it automatically defaults to our USDT deposit QR code under the BEP20 network or the Binance Smart Chain network. That's an automatic default. However, you can change networks because there's three that we operate out of inside the USDT. So if I was to select change token network, that little blue tab at the bottom, it's going to now take us to the currency type. The currency type, I'm going to select USDT. USDT is the general stable coin that is utilized in everywhere except Europe. As a result, we have an alternative for the Europe stablecoin with USDC. But let me open the USDT so you can see the networks associated with it where your funds can be added from or selected from. You have the Binance Smart Chain, which is the BEP20 that we showed you a QR code for a moment ago. But you can also provide the USDT from the Ethereum network or the Tron network. And what we want to make clear to you is that these are networks that we're talking about. We're not talking about the coin in this respect. We're talking about the USDT coin on one of the three networks. So just as I selected Binance, it pre-selected for us earlier and showed you a QR code. If I was to use the USDT Ethereum network, it would produce a different code. So let me just, oh, I hit the wrong button here, one moment. Before you get, I just hit Ethereum ERC20, and the app is so conscious of the pitfalls and the snares and the mistakes that can be made. We are forewarned before going forward. We acknowledge that we understand. So it's important that you send only USDT for the respective network. In this case, send only USDT for Ethereum ERC20. Deposits via BEP20 and TRC20 are not accepted. It tells you very plainly that you're operating from one phase of the network, and the other two that you're introduced to do not apply here if you choose to use this network. You will hit understood, and it gives you the QR code. But along with the QR code, underneath it is the actual deposit address that the QR code represents. If you don't have access to scanning the QR code, all you got to do is hit the little duplication icon at the end of the general address, where is the full address, which is just below the QR code, and you'll get an acknowledgement from bankers showing that that address has been copied. Then you're able to move that money in your account. So that's one level of it. The coming back to the deposit screen, we want to show you the USDC by changing the network. I can go to change token network, and I can choose that currency type. Remember, you're choosing the currency type here, then you'll choose the network. I'm choosing USDC, the alternate to the USDT, because it can't be used in Europe. So I could select USDC, and you see your options there. You can utilize the Binance Smart Chain or the BEP20 Connect, or you can use Ethereum. I'll choose the BEP20. And you see the warning that it provides. And then you read the warning, folks. Don't be so quick just to click buttons because it moves that fast. I'd rather you move slow and be sure than move fast and be dead wrong. So now we read the warning, the understanding, we select understood, and now you have in your possession the USDC BEP20 network that you can either scan the QR code or select the full address underneath it by hitting copy, and it copies the information. All right, and then you move it to your respected exchange to port your deposits over to your, refresh that, to your crypto holdings. Now, we've made the deposit. Now we're going to load the card. So understand, whatever amount you have in crypto on your card is on your app is not the card. You know, that's like your pocket, and you're moving it from your pocket to the card. All right. So now you want to load the crypto to spend like and as cash onto your card. Now you can load as little as a dollar. I use this account as a sample account. So let me just click load. And it's very basic. How much do you want to recharge? Well, first, let's look at the fact that it's going to show you your available balance. And then you can determine how much you want to charge from that balance. And if you have a balance higher than what's on display here, you have the power of just choosing routine tabs, whether it's $10, whether it's $25, whether it's $50. Whatever you load, if you see underneath, it'll show you that gross conversion amount. Now, the amount here is showing is the Mexican peso, because that's the medium of exchange, or the currency exchange rather, preloaded into the app. All right. However, as we roll this out, you will find that your currency, and the exchange for it will be the conversion for it rather will be shown, so it's easy for you to digest and understand. But the available balance is always USDT, United States dollar total. In this instance, I'm just going to simply load $1. And then I'm going to select recharge the card. Once I select recharge the card, I scroll further down to confirm that this is what I'm looking to do. So what does it do? It lets you know that I'm reloading or charging the card with $1. It gives you the Mexican exchange rate. The commission of 4% is removed, and that means $17.40 in pesos is being loaded. In US dollar, you're talking about maybe 60 cents or so that's being loaded. So now I will hit continue. And the recharge was accepted. You see the green check mark. All I had to do is hit accept. Now I had a bustling amount there of $3.12, I think. I mean, it's a bank breaker, no doubt about it. But when I hit accept, you'll see that that dollar has been removed from the 317 there. Okay. And if I take you to your account, you see now that dollar's been added. Okay, so now I can utilize the card with the value of $1 on it. Now, those are two of the four functions: send, deposit, my transactions, and load. Let me show you my transactions. Now, my transactions gives you a different breakdown where prior to my transactions, you had three tabs up top. You had the tabs, I'm just waiting for the, there you go. You had general tab, they gave you the combination of card and crypto holdings. The card tab that shows you what's on the card itself, and the crypto tab, which shows you what's inside the app. Now, in the My Transactions tab, that's where you find a different configuration. You have the All tab there, which gives you the combination of the fiat as well as the crypto that's been used, that's been transacted with. Fiat here represents the loads and the payments and things that were done with you're using your crypto as cash. All right. And currently, of course, it shows you the conversion in the Mexican peso, but underneath it gives you the transactions and what you had done. You know, I gave the card to my son as he was traveling earlier and this week, and you can see he got a food payment of Chick-fil-A, and then there was a load of the card. There was a payment to the gas station. There were several things that are done with the card. All right. So that's the fiat portion where you can keep tab. And then in the crypto portion, it shows you what you've transferred, which I just did a dollar transfer. It shows you what's on deposit. It'll show you what's been topped off. All these things happen. Now, folks, in this app, you have extraordinary checkmates. Like you can't do more with if you don't have more to do it with. So many of us are thinking you can operate this like a credit card. No, you cannot. It's a debit card. It's a payment system. And it's a payment system that is designed to allow you to spend your crypto based off what you have on the account in crypto. I suffered the same thing that Mr. Aaron's suffered. When I first got my card, I went out and I tried to charge or swipe everything imaginable, and it wasn't working. And I thought it was broke. Hey man, this thing don't work. But I was calm. I was cool. I didn't go on blast and try to share my disdain, if you will. I reached out to my upline. I talked to Al. I said, "Hey, man, I don't know. Maybe this is not working like they say because I tried to pay for some donuts and I couldn't get them, and I tried to do this and it didn't work." And look how cool of a cucumber Mr. Aaron's is. He just listened to me. He said, well, let's take it step by step. Did you load your card? I said, yeah, the money's there. He said, no, no. Did you load your card? I know you have crypto on your card, but did you load the debit card in order to use that crypto? I was like, oh, yeah. You remember this cartoon where uh, the fella is running and he runs off the cliff and then he turns to the camera and his face turns into a sucker, a lollipop, or it turns into a donkey to signify something else. That's how I felt in that moment. I'm so glad I didn't do the thing where I would just go on and complain about what's not working. I went and sought the mentorship, the tutelage, the guidance of my uplines and my sponsors. And that's the power of this network. Our BRN community is one that communicates with each and every one. There's no one left out. I want to go to the probably one of the greatest features because in my household, there's a series of metal cards, that are in circulation. My wife has one. Uh, I say several, and I mean several. Several of the 10 children have one. My granddaughter now has one. Okay. And what makes it so powerful is that if there's a need and they don't have it, I can provide it decentralized, folks. And when you earn the kind of incomes that we're earning, it's so much of a relief where people don't have to stretch what they don't really have to stretch. And it makes people also say, well, how how can I do what you're doing? How is it even possible? I send money between the accounts, and all I need is their email address. So I can take something like this particular account and I can send to my wealth minister account, and I can send as little as $1 of the $2.17 there. And then I hit continue. And then I'll come further down to confirm what I'm sending. There are no fees associated with this. Remember, the only fee in Bankers is the top off charge. But I can send member to member free of charge. So now, here I am. I'm about to send to my wealth minister account, and all I need to do is hit send. And folks, it's done. Now, I'm going to show you one other portion of this. This segment is known as, embarrassingly, is known as Pop the Hood. Okay, I'm going to now come back here to this account. I'm going to log out of this one, and I'm going to log into a parent account. I log in. I have the option of doing it via email, or I set up my biometric where I can do it. Okay. And now I'm in this account. Now I can go to my transactions, and I can see there the dollar deposit. It's right there with no fee. All right. But I also want to show you that this account is one that just keeps giving. Folks, I have not missed a day of deposits since I began. I began through the grace of God and the introduction from Mr. Fred. I began on July 31st. My first deposit was August 1st. And you see here, just in the slow scroll, instant deposits, instant transactions, records on a daily basis. Most times, multiple times in a day, because I believe in building network. Your network is your net worth. And when I come here to accounts, you will see the levels 1, 2, and 3. There you go, Mr. Al. On this particular account, 339. So you're right. I'm at roughly 400 between the two accounts, almost 200 in the second level. And between the two accounts I manage is 100, and it is 100, I'm sorry, 117, 87 in this one, and 10 in the other on the first level. Now, folks, this is a gift that keeps giving. And there are other security features here. You know, you can go to the help center, and we have an upgraded call center that you're going to find upon launch that's absolutely amazing, state of the art. You'll be able to talk directly to your support center, and you have the ability here to establish your biometric if you want to sign in that way. But the feature that I really truly love is help, not just the help center, but the privacy. You know, you can, oh, it's not right, it's not on this page, but let me see if it comes up. Or they're working it. There's a space. I'm remiss, Mr. Al. Where would I find, or Mr. Fred? Where would I find? Oh, I know where it's at. I'm sorry. I want to go to my cards. Under my cards, you have the ability to lock a card. Where if it gets lost, you just hit that little toggle, and you will lock the card. And once you confirm that lock, then no one else can access it until you locate it. I think that's what I wanted to share with you all for the moment. I'm gonna stop that share, and I'm gonna come back to you, Mr. Al. I saw some notes coming in, but I couldn't read them because it was coming to the phone. You're muted still.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Eric. And once again, thank you for doing the presentation because it's all about helping people and duplication. And Mr. Eric here is an excellent example for all of you. As I just say, follow your leader. And so I just have some news that I want to share. Just got this off of our statistics that from Wednesday to Thursday, we had 330 new registrations.
Wow.
And from Thursday to today, we had an additional 372.
Wait. Back that up. And would you say that again, please? Maybe I need to spotlight you so we can
That's okay. That's okay. It's fine.
we can really hear. Okay.
I had to do a double take myself.
Wow.
I'm saying from Wednesday to Thursday, we increased 330 registration members in 24 hours. And then from Thursday to today, we actually beat that with 372 new registrations in the last 24 hours. So in 48 hours, we have over 700, if I'm doing my math right, over 700 new registrations. So it's time for everybody, and everybody can do what Mr. Eric has done. Because you're all one of the first to learn about this in your city, your state, your country. That's all I gotta say.
Wow. Man, y'all unmute them mics and celebrate this achievement, folks. And we're not even really getting started.
Woo, let's go.
That's
Go.
Congratulations. Yes.
Awesome.
Outstanding.
Absolutely. So what I would like to do, with your permission, Al, as well as Fred, I would like to open the floor for any questions in relation to what we have here in Bankers. Some of you might need a little more clarity. There's others of you who might have testimonies to what has worked for you or what you found appealing about this. And I'm here to share with you right up the front. Any technical questions are part of another presentation. All right, we do trainings every couple of weeks, and in our WhatsApp groups, You'll reach out to your leaders, and then we'll navigate towards those uh, technical questions you might have that can overwhelm a community like this one, where you have guests who are really just focused on the dynamic. All right. So, barring any technical questions, are there any questions that you might have or testimonies you might want to give? The floor is open. You can simply raise your hand or unmute. Did we do that good of a job, or we just stunned? Go ahead, Mr. Andrew, and then we'll go to Mr. Allen Young.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, brother Eric?
Man, I'm rich, but that's old news.
Yes, sir. Oh man, this is impressive. I like awesome presentation, and I just wanted to get on and say, I'm excited to hear what Al had brought in, and from just the centralized Visa card that we have is it's incredible. Um, and when you broke down the numbers, the more I see it, the more I'm gathering, the more I'm participating. And this call is so important too, because I see things that that I'm looking to catch up on. So I got 1,000 things going on in my mind, but here's to make it short. Here's to make it short. The numbers that you showed in your back office, the 339 or the third, that's what's blowing my mind. So
Oh, the third level numbers?
yes,
Mhm.
and I know I saw on the second level you get paid 0 point, and that's on every load. So
Every low.
every time they're loading the card, that is going into your account, and you don't have to pick up the phone and ask where your money is at.
That's right.
All right, I'm just excited, so I just wanted to get on here and say that. But thank you for the.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Mr. Al Young.
Right here. I've been in a couple of things where we had to get cards, and pretty much I live in New York. So getting a card, would I be able to get a card? Because I remember I was in this other thing where they had their credit cards, debit cards, and all that. But if you live in New York, sorry, you can't get it. So this one we could get in New York?
Absolutely. And that's a great question. Um, See, the issue with those other cards, they were related to exchanges, and those exchanges were not allowed in New York State. However, and then some of them had access, but you couldn't get that particular currency if you needed the USDT. USDT is not available in New York State. You would have to use the USDC. Our card is the product. That's all we have. We're not an exchange. We are a debit card. The card is accessible to you as well as another 104 countries, maybe more of that to date. And you can access your deposit. You can deposit USDC onto your card, or you can use one of the conversion tools that are out here in the uh, cyber space. If you have other coins that you want to use, you can convert that coin to USDC and move it onto your card for deposit. And once you load the card, it operates as cash. And of course, it's all decentralized. So, yes, the short of it, yes, the card is available to you right now. Who invited you tonight, Mr. Al?
You did.
If I may say,
Yes,
Mr. Eric,
yes, please.
just also, if this is a predominantly US based call, it looks like, which is awesome. We have now the new shipping and delivery program that comes out of Miami now. And so everyone in the US who has ordered a card in the last, say, 2 months should have had received their card now in the US, or they will be if they recently ordered, because we're up to date on all orders in the US.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We did receive confirmation from for Mr. Warren in the state of New York, and his is just days from being at his door. So congratulations to him, and we appreciate all of you pioneers. Okay, the thing about being a pioneer is that everything comes through you first. You're like the ultimate beta test. We're like the ultimate beta test to the opportunity. And as we tweak and as we toil and as we wait, as we grow, we work out all the little uh, mishaps, if you will, or all the kinks. That's better. So by the time it reaches mass adoption, you have a seamless, flawless operation. And that's what we're swiftly approaching. You're going to be blown away for what happens in mid-December with our launch. I do want to share one other thing. Are there any other questions or statements first?
Yeah,
There
we got
seems
a
to be a
question.
couple of hands, there's a
Lee.
couple of hands up.
Yeah, Doctor. Brother Eric, yes, I have a question. I mean, I
Yes,
have,
ma'am.
yes. So I can understand why people could be confused that the card doesn't work because they loaded money onto their platform, the app, and not onto their card. So that was a good distinction you made. Thank you for that. And
Yeah.
so a lot of people have a hard time believing that I've run across that Visa could possibly be decentralized. They're like, oh, if it's connected to Visa, it's definitely centralized. They're gonna report it to the government and blah blah blah. So I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, it's easy. Thank you for the question as well. Um, you know, when we say no KYC, that means there's no acknowledgement of who you are. We don't require your social. We don't require your blood type. We don't require your address, your physical address, or your phone number. So you're operating decentralized. You're not connected to anything that would bring suspicion to your activity. Okay? It's not a matter of record anywhere else. Visa has several different agreements that speak to decentralization, that speak to centralization, and that is not an onus that's on us, that's on the corporation bankers. And they have fulfilled all those measures that allows us to operate truly decentralized. So what answers the question? Did you have to supply uh, bankers with your social security number? How about your name or your address? That's what protects you. And when the card is utilized, it's just a recording of a transaction that may happen at an ATM or at a bank or a receipt you receive from a purchase in a store or a restaurant. And that's as far as it goes. It doesn't identify you or what you're doing. Is that helpful at all, Sister Tahira?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. I
Mhm.
did see another hand. I think it was Mr. Lee.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh,
I'm just curious. I've had ordered cards from other places, and I think because of the fact that they are hooked to, well, I don't know, they weren't exchanges, but they never got to me. They were promised and they're, going to respect me in the morning and all that. But this one is seemingly different. But if I get it and I load it once, I don't have to keep using it. Is that right? It's just whatever I do. And anybody that signs up under me.
Ms. Lee, repeat that question again. You load it once, and what's the question?
How do we have any kind of practice where we have to keep it loaded a certain amount or anything like that, or just a
No,
matter?
ma'am. No, ma'am. You load according to your usage.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay, because that way, if I have the card and I don't use it, but I sign up somebody under me, does that put me out of line with the the benefits?
Oh no, ma'am, not at all.
Nothing at
See,
all.
the only tie to a person that signs up under you is that they're inside your organization and you can earn as they perform.
Okay.
Now, let me share this with you. Here's a fun fact. Um, you can. I'm sorry, Miss Lee.
Lee. Uh-huh.
Yeah, who invited you to the opportunity? I'm just so intrigued with your avatar. I'm just looking more so at that jumping out the plane.
I don't look like that, but that's the way I feel. Laura
Oh,
Cole.
Laura Cole.
Yeah, my best friend.
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah,
one of
I
my
think-
besties too.
Why, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You know we homies.
She's
So
golden, I'm telling you.
yeah, she really is. She
Yeah.
really. So here's a fun fact. As I told you, I came to this opportunity through my brother and friend sponsor, Mr. Fred Moore. And when I came to the opportunity, I didn't have any monies available to purchase a car. That was about 4 or 5, I don't know, $1,000 ago. But I believed on the project. I believed in my sponsor. And then when I was found myself connected to Fred, it was like bringing the band back together because of what he brings to the table, his 20 plus years in the space, former banker. I'm talking about an owner, a part owner in 3 banks in Illinois.
Right.
There's so much validation behind what he has done. He's a GoPro emeritus, for lack of a better term. You know, he's won more awards than I had coins in my pocket. And I was totally engrossed into what this opportunity can be potentially. And I was in. I didn't have $45. I didn't have $85 at the time. I believed on the project and I was sharing with everybody that I can get in front of it along with my referral link. What I did not know is that anybody who had the link, Miss Lee, and they registered and then they went on to get the card, do you know I still received a commission and I didn't own a
How
card?
God works, isn't it? Funny how God has his
Mhm.
ways.
He
Okay.
has his ways,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that opportunity is available to all of us. I think Mr. Al does a tremendous explanation as to why that is with bankers. And I don't know if he's still available. Uh, Brother Al, if you could elaborate on that a little bit. I just love the care that you put into that.
Well,
Uh,
thank you, Mr. Eric, and thanks for all the kind words. When I met Mr. Alejandro Castro, the founder and CEO of Bancas, he explained to me, as Mr. Eric said earlier, we want to democratize cryptocurrency. We want to make it available to each and every person around the world. And we know there's markets that are in development in third world countries that don't have the necessary funds to join these things. So that's why he designed that program. And at first, I was a little, kind of surprised because I like card member benefits. But he said, no, we want to make that available for people that they could actually get paid without having a card. So they could earn their card. Obviously, you can send the funds to people as well with no fee, but they could earn it. And so that story that Mr. Eric has is so powerful because not only was he able to earn his card, but he was able to help hundreds of people in that journey. And that's what this is about, ladies and gentlemen, helping people.
That was why I was asking the question, because I know some young people who need that kind of a lift. Because
yes.
once they get started, what
Mhm.
they're going to cause to the church and other people in their community and a family, even offshore, are it's going to help them a tremendous way because the world is walking on their shoulders, but keeping their heads below water. And I feel bad about that. So if this is the way, if this is their answer, I want them to know about it, but I want to make sure it's the right thing. So I thank you so much for that.
And you also just made, if I may, Mr. Eric, you
Yes,
just
sir.
made a mention about a church. And I was on a call this morning as we're defining and tweaking to present on the 15th of December our white label program, which will allow people to, in communities as churches, organizations, companies, nonprofits, for profit, network marketing companies, any type of real organization to get involved with our white label. And for the church specifically, it is a great fundraising process because as we can provide our program to a church, for example, people will be able to get paid, make donations, make gifts. So that'll be coming out on the launch on the December 15th as well. And that's also going to provide, let's say, a church to have a branded card and to be able to have full support. So we have that launching as well.
That's great news because I already know who I'm going to talk to. Thank you so much. You made my day. God bless you all.
God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Sister Sharon Stowers, you had your hand raised a moment ago?
Great day, great evening, everybody. I was just gonna share that Tuesday I used my card, and my husband and I were out, and we were at Olive Garden, and we were able to use uh, my banker's Visa debit card with no problems at all here
Beautiful.
in Houston, Texas. So just wanted to let everybody to know that I have a card and it does.
If I may ask,
Let me share.
Miss Sharon, when you did that and you handed that card to that server, did they happen to ask what that card might be, or did you ask them if they accept crypto?
No, sir, I missed that opportunity, but I won't
Oh,
do it. I won't do it again. I promise you, I
amen,
won't do it again.
amen to
I
that.
think um,
Uh-huh.
I was so overwhelmed about it really working, and I thought we were going to go through some other things that I had to show, like my idea or whatever, and none of that happened. So I was just so overjoyed
Wonderful.
and overwhelmed
Congratulations.
about
That's
the transaction. I forgot, but
awesome.
I won't do it again. I won't make the mistake again.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Uh, Alan, I put in that's Alan Young. I put in the chat my direct contacts. Would you be so kind to send me yours? I don't have them in this phone. I know I can find you on different apps, but I'd appreciate it. Now, folks, let me share this before we conclude. We're gonna get some closing comments, hopefully, from uh, Brother Al and possibly Mr. Moore. I want to talk to you really quick about taking action and security. This opportunity is the ultimate multiplier. And this is what I mean by that. And this is for builders. Okay. I have a front line of 100 now 115 people. Front line. That means I have, if you take that 115, Andrew Euler calculated earlier, multiply for me 115 times 3. And tell me what you get, please.
Okay, 100 and you said 115
Yes, sir.
times 3, 345. Ooh,
That's 345 levels of opportunity, 345 levels of paydays, 345 levels of top off. See, you you grow a business by growing the business. Put people in front of the information. That's the only responsibility here. We're not in a convincing business, and clearly, I don't have an issue putting this in front of people. And this is why we're here on Tuesdays on the platforms with Eagles, on Thursdays on the platform with Eagles, and Friday and Saturday on the platform here. because our role in this is helping you to put people in front of the information. Our goal is to do the heavy lifting for you. You follow? If you understood what I just said, just unmute your mics and say, got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
That's our role here. What's the reward? 345 levels of income. 345 levels of income. And when I came to this on July 31st, it was just me with no income. Let that sink in, folks, because what I'm saying to you is our job, our role is to position you like that, if that's your desire. If that's your desire. So when you build with the width, that's the multiplier. When you start developing the depth, folks, that that is security, because you'll never go with another day of lack again. Who wants to be lackless? I want to be lackless. All right. And so I want to thank you for the share. And oh, the one thing I wanted to say about money, and then I'm gonna turn over to Brother Fred and Mr. Al. The amount of money that you earn, that you want to earn in life, is in direct proportion to three things, exact ratio to three things: your ability to uh, uh, to know what you want. You need to know what you want, rather. The ability to get it, and you'll be hard to replace. If you want that for yourselves, then you're in the right business, and the business is building relationships. That's why we come to this platform with such joy. Did you hear how Miss Lee spoke about her bestie, Miss Laura? Okay, that could not happen without a relationship. Our talking to each other, embracing each other, dialoguing with each other, that's the number one goal in society, is to be able to relate to each other. How about relate to each other in the way of providing that skill set or that gift that allows you to earn an income to the extent that you can now do what may be your desire, to leave a good inheritance for your children's children. That's mine. That's absolutely mine. Some of us just have the goal just to keep people out of our pocket. That's a worthy goal. Temporary, probably, but it's a worthy one. I want to thank you all for your time and attention. Allow us to build and grow with each other. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Eastern United States time zone, I'm right back here with some of our leaders providing this information again. And my only request to you is to allow us to help you help others help themselves. Make sense? Put people in front of the information. We'll do all that we can. Any closing comments from you, Brother Fred, and then over to Al?
I mean, what can I say that I haven't already said? My suggestion, hey, is let's go, let's grow, let's build momentum up to the launch. When you guys are sharing this with other people, disregard the launch, because we got a working product. We got a product that's working. We got a product that's doing everything it's supposed to do. And just based on that, let's invite more people and get more members in our organization. And so when the launch does come, your business hopefully will be twice as big as it is right now. Because between now and December 15th, each one of you can refer at least 2 or 3 other people, hopefully more. Okay. And so when this launch comes with all the quote unquote juicy additions that we're going to have, it's going to make this whole thing a whole lot better. a whole lot better. So let's build momentum up to the launch, but not necessarily focus on the launch. Focus on the card. Okay. So back to you, Eric.
Thank you. And over to you, Mr. Al, for any closing comments.
Well, again, just a great presentation, Mr. Eric. We appreciate you and your leadership. Just also a little tip or hint, I should say. If you have a metal card, or if you're ready to order your metal card, do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Because you're going to learn at the launch that metal card holders will earn a free digital card. As we're
Wow.
coming out with our digital card, Apple
Wow.
Pay and Google Pay.
Wow. Folks, to say this is big is an understatement. I want to thank each and every one of you for your time, each and every one of you for the attention you afforded me, and I take none of it lightly. I want for all of you to unmute your mics, love on each other, and I'll see us all tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, with our guests right here. Thank you, everyone. God bless.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you, Brother
Thank
Fred.
you.
Everybody have a blessed weekend.
Thanks for the meeting.
Thank you. God bless everybody.